Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am a student of St. University campus Lakhana. Myself Tanveer Gaad. My roll number is 2K17 LCS 43. Today I am presenting the presentation to our teacher Sarfaran Ali Surayo on subject Visual Studio. First of all, first of all, course outline. Introduction to Visual Studio, clients and servers. What is DWL file? What is thread? Introduction to Visual Studio. Visual Studio is an integrated development environment IDE developed by Microsoft to develop GUI graphical user interface, console, web application, web apps, mobile apps, cloud, and web series, etc. With the help of this IDE, you can create managed code as well as native codes. It uses the various platforms of Microsoft software development software like Windows Store, Microsoft Silverlight, and Windows API etc. It is not a language specific IDE as you can use this write code in C/C++, VB, Visual Basic, Python, JavaScript, and many more languages. It provides support for 36 different programming languages. It is available for Windows as well as for macOS. Evolution of Studio. Evolution of Visual Studio. The first version of VS Visual Studio was released in 1997, named as Visual Studio 97, having version number 5.0. The latest version of Visual Studio is 15.0, which was released on March 7, 2017. It is also termed as Visual Studio 2017. The supported net framework version is latest Visual Studio is 3.5 to 4.7. Java was supported in old version of Visual Studio, but in latest version does not provide any support for Java language. Clients and servers. A network architecture in which each computer or process on the network is either a client or a server. Clients. Application that run on computers rely on servers for files, devices, processing power. Example: email client, an application that enables you to send and receive email. Servers. Computers are processes that manage network resource, disk, drives, file service. Printers, print service, network traffic, network servers. Example: database servers, a computer system that processes database queries. What is DWL file? It stands for Dynamic Link Library. A dynamic link library is a collection of small programs which can be called upon when needed by the executable program exe that is running. The DWL lets the executable communicate with a specific device, such as printers, or may contain source code to do particular functions. Example: an example would be if the program exe needs to get the free space of your hard drive. It can call the DWL file that contains the function with parameters and a call functions. The DWL will then tell the executable the free space. This allows the executable to, to smaller in size and not have to write the function that already exists. This allows any program this allows any program the information about the free space without having to write the source code and save space on your hard drive. As well, when a DLL is used in this fashion are also known as shared files. What is thread? In computer science, a thread, the smallest unit of processing that can be scheduled by an operating system. It generally results from a fork of a computer program. The implementation of threads and process differs from one operating system to another, but in most cases, a thread is contained inside a process, and it can exist with the same process and share resources too. These resources consider the example of word processing application, example i.e. MS Word. MS Word is process and spell checker with it is thread and the memory. The share the share is Word document. Thread in C. A thread is an independent stream of instruction in a program. All your C language program up to this point have one entry point, the main bracket, open bracket over method. Execution starts with the first statement in the main method and continues until that method returns. This program structure is all very well for programmers, for programs in which there is one identifiable sequence of tasks with the thread class. You can create and control threads. Types of threads. There are two types of thread: foreground thread, background thread. Foreground thread. The process of the application keeps running as long as at least one foreground thread is running. Even if main method ends, the process of the application remains active until all foreground thread until all foreground threads finish their work. A thread you create with the thread class by default is a foreground thread. Foreground thread. When you when you create a Background threads. When you create a thread with the thread class, you can define whether it should be foreground or background thread by setting. The property is background. Background threads are very useful for background tasks. For example, when you close the Word application, it doesn't make some for all the spell checker to keep its processing running. Thread can be killed when the application is closed background. However, the thread organizing the Outlook message stone should remain active until it finished, even if Outlook is closed foreground thread. Thank you so much.